Some of you guys might be familiar. Ground turkey, I just grabbed these in the packs from Costco. Some fire roasted vegetables. Now these is fire. So what I take daily, ashwagandha, take a fish oil, and then just a men's multivitamin. These was good, family. It's about 2:30 in the morning on Monday, May 4th. I'm recording this video. As you guys can see in the last video, we were at the pool just kind of relaxing, right? Getting the recovery day in with my son. So right now while he sleep, I'm going to wash the dishes, get the dishes washed up, and take you guys through some of like my meal prep, right? So I'm gonna meal prep for the next few days. But I want to again take you guys through my journey, right? Through losing 100 pounds, where I'm at currently. As you guys can see the physique. Feeling alright, feeling okay. Definitely need to get in the shower. Took a nap. So we got training today. This is Monday, so we got a push day. In the gym, might get some footage of that. Throw in this video as well. But yeah, I definitely want to take you guys through the prep part, because as you can see, probably in the back here, we had some pizza yesterday. The day before, on Saturday the 2nd, was my birthday. So of course we unwind and had some cupcakes, right? So I said all of to say, just stay consistent, guys, right? On this journey, on you guys' journey to, becoming the best version of yourself, becoming the best dad, having the best physique you ever had. There's gonna be times where you're gonna have those cravings, right? You're gonna relapse. You're gonna fall into your vices, your food addictions, your weed addictions, whatever it might be. But stay the course, guys, right? Continue to prep and always prepare, right? So I'm gonna get some meal prep hooked up, because all I have is a little bit left. But I want to take you guys through that. So I'm gonna get these dishes washed up, and we'll get the video started. So. Alright, man, so we got the dishes cleaned up, so we're gonna jump right into preparing the food. Just keep you guys on course. If you don't know what to do, if you're starting just like me, because like I said, I started at first, I didn't know anything, right? I never really was a guy that worked out a lot, even in the military. I only did as much as I could to maintain. But then as the years progressed, I didn't do shit, right? I was failing my fitness tests. I was just kind of getting by, right? I was drinking, fucking big ass beer belly. Wasn't making my weight standards, wasn't making my waist standards. So now I'm more consistent, guys. And again, I had a coach as well. My coach kind of helped me get some of these things together. That's why if you guys are looking for coaching or anything like that, go ahead and DM me on Instagram at KMOSFit, KMOS Fit. We can talk through some things there. But yeah, man, let's jump right into it. So we got the dishes cleaned up. We're going to go ahead and prepare the ground turkey. I got some ground turkey for you guys. I guess I'll just go ahead and show you. So what I'm going to be preparing here is some butterball. Some of you guys might be familiar. Ground turkey, I just grabbed these in the packs from Costco. They come 4 in a pack like this. And out of each one of these little packs, I can get about probably 4 meals at 4 ounces. So about 16 ounces per, which is not bad, because it's like 150 calories per serving. So I guess I'll put, the nutrition facts, whatever, for the butterball in this video there for you guys. So I'm going to be preparing that, and then I'm going to couple that with some fire roasted vegetables. Now these is fire. You guys can see those. Get those from Costco as well. Definitely 10 out of 10 would recommend. I'll throw the nutrition facts of those on the screen as well. And if you guys don't have one, I would definitely recommend you guys get an air fryer. Quick and easy. Can drop the vegetables in there, and then to cook the meat, just of course regular pan, stove top. And also what I like to use is like some non-stick spray. So this is vegetable oil non-stick spray here that I got from Dollar Tree. But just something so the meat won't be sticking to the pan, right? I don't use too much. And then what I cook with regularly is some avocado oil spray. If I just want to spray something on there. But yeah, so let's jump right into it, guys. Get it sprayed up. Quick spray. I like to cook my meat on low, so I cook mine around like 4 or 5 heat on the stove top, and just let it, kind of simmer in the juices and stuff and get the flavor in there. Also with the seasonings, I'll show you guys here what I like to use. So on my steak, I like to use this buttery steakhouse. Fire, for sure. And then regular seasoning, I'll use this blend of salt, pepper, and garlic here. So a little salt, pepper, garlic blend, something decent. Okay. And then of course the other little small ones, just kind of on the go. Again, some garlic butter and some roasted herb. Nothing too crazy, right? And you'll see as I'm seasoning this that I'm not trying to go all out with the seasonings, right? Just a little something. A little something. All right. Just let that warm up really quickly. Video getting kind of long. All right, we back to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. So we are about to get our meat started and get everything cooked up for you guys. So like I said, got some butterball here that I was undone. So I like to get it on the meat, or I like to let the eye get there, get it a little hot. That way I can throw the meat on there and it can start sizzling. Go. Let that meat sizzle. Get you something to, flatten out your meat. I like to flatten my meat out all the way across the pan. See how long it takes for this to cook. It's about 10-15 minutes, nothing too crazy. Okay. Flatten it out, let it simmer up. And then I'm gonna add me a little bit of seasonings. Again, we got the blend, salt, pepper, garlic, and just quick little, nothing too crazy. Let that simmer. And then while that's cooking, I like to also prep the veggies. So we'll go air fryer, 450 for about Let's go about 18 minutes because I'm gonna put a good amount in there. Start it up. And we wait. You know, while my meat is cooking. Depending on what I'm doing, you know, I might drink a protein shake, might straighten up some different stuff. You know, while I'm watching the meat, it just kind of clean up a little bit. Definitely got to take the garbage out. And yeah, man, we got to stay consistent, guys. We got to stay consistent no matter what we do, no matter what adversity we might face, you know, circumstances that we might not can control. There's so many unforeseen things, right, that come up in our journey, our fitness journey, our journey to becoming our best selves, our journey to losing 100 pounds or 50 pounds, whatever it might be for you, right? Whatever that journey is for you. Gotta stay the course, guys. We gotta stay the course, right? Every single day, we gotta control what we can control, right? Take the actions, do all the things that we need to do in order to get the results that we want, right? Simple as that. It's easier said than done, but a lot of times we just gotta suck it up and get it done. As parents, you know, as husbands, as leaders, we have to do these things as men, right? There is no choice, right? No matter how we feel, no matter how any of that might go, we have no choice. We have to go and do all of the things in order for us to get the results that we want out of life, guys. And you guys have to start wanting more for yourselves, right? I remember when I was fucking fat as fuck, out of shape, drinking beer every day, beating my dick, just not keeping the promises to myself. I didn't have a direction. My mind was so clouded, and that had a lot to do with what I was eating as well, right? So my mind was so clouded that I wasn't making the right decisions, right? I wasn't making the right choices. So therefore, it affected my every single day. And that's why you guys are feeling the way that you're feeling. You're having the thoughts that you're having because a lot of those thoughts aren't even yours. Those are thoughts that are coming from the bacteria in your gut. Those are thoughts that are coming from the substances that you're intaking. Thoughts coming from the liquor. Thoughts coming from the porn. All of that, guys, and you have to be aware of those things, and you have to make sure that you're intentional about changing those results, changing those thoughts, because whatever you think, that's going to create how you feel, right? And man, your feelings are what bring things to you. How you feel strongly about something is what brings that attraction to you, guys. So remember that. You got to feel good about yourself. You got to feel good about the things that you're doing, because you know that you're going to get the result that you're looking for. But let's check on the meat. So, let that in. Add our food. Again, the veggies, we just gonna go the fire roasted yiddy eggs for sure. Even them out. Throw them in there, let them do their thing, right? Let that marinate, let that sizzle up one good time. Okay. And as that progresses, let's bring this a little closer. Let's see if we can get from this angle here. Okay. Alright. For sure. A little bit lower so you guys can see. Make sure you can see what I see. Check that. Cool. Alright. Got our meat getting a little grayish. I like to flip mine. Get it flipped over. That way we can get it seasoned up. On the other side. Remember, we don't want to make this too complicated, guys. Everybody, you find your own routine on how you like to prepare your food, but get the shit done, right? Meal prep, guys. Cook your food. Now, if it take a second, get your air fryer, make the investments, and make it easier for yourself. Especially those of you that have families, man. Make it easier for yourself, and you gotta track it. You gotta track it. Everything you do, you gotta track it. So we're gonna add a little bit more of the blend here. Cool. You got that soaking up. Make sure you guys invest in a food scale, man. Simple. So simple. It'll definitely come in handy. Get you guys a food scale, man. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do now is give me a little protein shake in. So I need to make sure I add that to my macros. Let me show you guys what I got for the protein. So what I like to use, I'm trying something different now, but my go-to on a daily is this Whey-Bolic Ripped. Now be careful if you guys are using this Whey-Bolic Ripped here, because the thing with this one, it has caffeine, right? So a couple of scoops, at least for me, you're gonna be feeling it. So definitely be mindful of that, guys. When you're using the Ripped here, it has the caffeine, but I like that one. And then this Pure Isolate. I just started using this, so I like to mix these together. And then the Pure Isolate, if it's like late at night or something like that before I go to sleep, if I just need, a little sweet tooth or some sweet, and I don't want the caffeine, and then I'll use the isolate right there. So something like that, like that. Definitely would suggest, if you guys are buying these from like GNC or something, get the pro membership, become a pro member, right? Stop being cheap. Get those benefits. That way, every 1st through the 7th of the month, I want to say, you'll get those discounts. You'll be getting buy one, get one, stuff like that. So that's definitely worth it, in my opinion. Oh yeah, Lucky Charms, if y'all seeing that, that's for my boy. He love those. I don't too much indulge, too much sugar for me, but try to stay away from that stuff as well, guys, on your journeys. But like I said, we all fall back into it, right? We all have our days that we fail, right? Or we relapse, whatever you want to call it, right? Don't let those one-offs hinder you, right? Because you want to stack days. So the more days that you're doing better, the more days that you are intentional, the more days that you are actually doing the things that you need to do, the better results you're gonna get, right? So continue to stack those days, man. So if you lose a day, make sure you win in 3, right? Win 3 for every one that you lose, right? Minimum. That's how I think of it. Win 3 days for every one that you lose. They gonna come, man. That shit, the cravings gonna come. Especially, man, I love me some motherfucking pizza. And then, have the snacks in here for the kids. Like my son, he love these fucking little drumsticks and shit. All that shit is easy. And then you don't understand the calories and how many calories that you've been taking. That shit be 300, 400, 500 calories. And that's taking up your macros and stuff for the day. And I guess I'll do another video on like macros and stuff as well. Breaking down like how I break down my macros now. And honestly, my coach never really went over like this in detail with me. But there's plenty of ways for you guys to kind of like find what's the best macros for you. Your height, weight, things like that are gonna come into play. Like me, I'm 6'2", so I'm a bigger dude, lankier. I got longer arms. So my body composition is gonna be a little bit different than a lot of you guys. So keep that in mind too. Alright. Let's put a scoop on a scoop and a scoop. And it's gonna be about 230 calories right here. I guess I can put in here like a full day of eating, something like that. Maybe. Because this is pretty much what I eat on the daily. Mix up my shake in the morning, have that after the gym. Taking this one pretty early because I'm gonna go to the gym a little bit later today. I got some stuff to do. I gotta go take some labs and stuff over at the VA. So I'm gonna do that early in the morning, which is usually the time I'll go to the gym. So we're gonna go get those labs done, and then I'm gonna drop my boy off at school, right? And from there, we're gonna hit the gym. So we'll probably hit the gym about 8:30. Get it in, get a nice little pump, and then we'll go for a walk, hit the sauna, get our steps in. And then we'll come back and get some work, man. Do a little bit of editing probably. So yeah, today gonna be a pretty long day. I'll probably give me a nap in as well, since I'm up so early. And really start documenting the process. So these videos, all of this is probably gonna come out next week. That way I can go through a whole week for you guys and just keep going through the weeks as they progress. But yeah, that's just a little something. You gotta be intentional, guys. You gotta be intentional. You guys gotta wake up and get everything done that you need to get done. Get that shit done. Stop putting it off. Because the more you procrastinate, the more you run from the work. Honestly, that's all it is. You're running from the work. You're running from that new version of you, right? Because that new version of you is gonna be scary, man. It's gonna be scary when you start seeing that six pack. It's gonna be scary when you start getting the mud chosen, right? It's gonna be scary when things that you haven't seen in a while, right? Or some of you guys never even experienced. Those things, once you start experiencing them, right, it's gonna be unique because it hasn't been your norm. So start getting used to making new norms, right? Doing things different. We want to mix up our veggies. I like to add a little bit of seasoning. Even though these come with seasoning, you don't have to add too much in there. Then I'm gonna mix them up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, ski. Yo, yeah. So for you guys that don't usually normally cook, right? Some of you guys might be, bachelors with kids that's used to your girl cooking or whatever. It's easy, man. Just watch the food, right? Play it by ear. Make sure it's not pink. None of that stuff, especially when you're cooking your meats. Make sure it's not pink. If not, get you one of these food thermometers, right? Simple and easy. Make sure your meat is cooked because you don't want to set yourself back by, getting sick and stuff like that. But make it as easy as possible for yourselves, guys. As easy as possible for yourselves. That's what I say. The less friction that you have, the easier it is to stay consistent, right? That's what I've been noticing. Like, having all the things that I need, having protein, having, the meats to cook, setting the meat out to unthaw type shit. All those things compound. Having the veggies, it's like, damn, I already got everything I need. Why not go ahead and prepare? That way I'm not procrastinating. You're not taking longer than you need to do the things that you need to do, man. So that's definitely a big thing for me. Shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em. One thing, man, I know you boys understand. Motherfucking titties jiggling. That motherfucking titty shake. Used to hate that shit every time walking and shit. Stomach jiggling, titties jiggling. Now, got a little 6-pack, a little, you dig? So it's a little different now. For sure. For sure. It's a little different. But it's coming one day at a time, man. That's all it takes, one day at a time. Just stacking days. That's all we doing is stacking days. That's all we can do is stack days, you hear me? So let's get this meat prepared. Also, another thing I want to show you guys is supplements. So this is my supplement stack right here. Show you guys. So what I take daily, ashwagandha, take a fish oil, and then just a men's multivitamin. These are important, at least for me, to help me get started, get my day going, get all the nutrients I might need throughout the day that I might not be getting, right? Because I know a lot of you guys are nutrient deficient. Like myself, especially if you're drinking, if you're smoking every day, that stuff is going to strip your nutrients. So make sure that you're getting your vitamins in, and you guys are staying consistent, man. Make sure that it's friction proof, right? You want to put as minimum barriers in your way as possible. So if you got all your vitamins, you got all your food to meal prep, you got everything that you need within arm's reach, and it's accessible for you guys, then it's going to be harder for you guys not to stay focused, not to stay on track. You get what I'm saying? So make sure you have that. Definitely the essentials. I'm going to go and pop mines right now. Yes, sir. Meat is almost done. Me in particular, I'm not really a sauce guy, right? Barbecue sauce or whatever. But if you guys want to put like some sauce or something like that, make sure you're weighing it out. And you can add some sauce or something to kind of, switch it up. Because I know it's kind of mundane for some people just only eating meat or only eating the meat and veggies every day. Me, I don't too much mind it, but I do binge. As you can see, put the Papa John's and the Fizz at. I'm not perfect, guys. But the key ain't to be perfect, right? It's to always be progressing. The key is not to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect, but you have to progress. You don't have to be perfect, but you have to progress, right? Progress is stacking days, one day at a time, one meal at a time, 1 second at a time, one action at a time. Focused thoughts, guys. You have to be focused in your thinking and in your actions. It's a good boom right there. Good protein shake, man. Love that. Also get your water in, guys. I got this big old thing from Walmart. This is like almost a gallon. It's like 0.8 or something. Or yeah, something like that, I don't know. But all I know is it takes six of these waters. So at a minimum, drinking six bottled waters a day, right? 24-ounce bottles. And I would suggest you guys do the same. I'm usually hydrated on most days, especially except when I'm doing like either 2 days in the sauna. I'll go in the morning or go in the evening. Those days when I'm not as hydrated, but stay hydrated, guys. Definitely need your hydration. Aight. Food almost ready. And we'll get everything weighed out. Show you guys how I weigh my stuff. Veggies almost done. Veggies done. Mix them up a little bit too much. A little watery. That's fine. Like it. Yeah. Get in the shower. Water. Need to wash those clothes. Out of the washer. I'm gonna show you guys how I'll weigh this out, and we can go from there. Alright, back to it. So let's get this weighed out for you guys. Move this out the way. Okay. So as you guys can see, flat surface here. We got our weight scale. So what I like to do first is I like to weigh out my meats. Weigh the meat first. And then I like to weigh my veggies on top of the meat. So looks about done. Put on here a little bit longer. Just make sure it's cooked thoroughly. I like my meat to be thorough. Thorough for show. But what we can do is make sure you guys get you some prep containers, right? Make it easy, again, less friction. Get everything you need. So we got 4 containers here. She get about 4 servings out of here. Again, make sure it's on a flat surface. And I like to weigh my meat in ounces, and I like to weigh my veggies in grams. It don't really matter. That's just how I like to put it into MyFitPal. So that's what I'm going to be using. And also I'll put on the screen the macros for these meals. I'll probably do about, give or take, maybe about 200 grams of veggies per meat. With the meat, 4 ounces of meat, 200 grams of veggies. So we'll see though how much I can get, how many veggies. Take peels with the water. Okay. Alright, so the meat is gone. Turn that off. They cool down. So meal prep container on top of there. Turn on your scale. Let it zero out. I'm going to go to ounces. Zero it out. And then just throw the meats on there. Just count them out. Okay. So that right there is 4 ounces of ground turkey. All right, boom. Set off to the side. Same thing for the next one. Down there should zero out. Scoop it up. Okay. Another 4 ounces. I like to stack mine off to the side, let them cool off. Get us another 4. Okay, got 3 of them. Next one. Let's see if I can put this over here. Let's see, I can see. Here. There you go. Okay. Alright. More. And make sure y'all watching these scales too, man. Make sure I ain't going too overboard. Actually do 4 ounces. Don't do 4.1, 4.3, none of that. Because you want to be as accurate as possible. Right, guys? Okay. So we got another 4. Stack that. And we might be able to get one more out of this. Let's see. This might not be a full 4, but maybe it could be our little breakfast meal right quick. Everything in now. 3.1. So that ain't bad. So it's 3.1 I'm gonna eat for breakfast. 3.1 ounces. And simple as that, right? So now we're gonna get the veggies in there. So I'm gonna set this 3.1 off to the side. Definitely gonna use that. Back a little bit more here. There you go. Yep, so 3.1 to the side. Let's get these veggies together now. So let's go grams. Let's zero it out. Then veggies. Same thing. About 200. Shit. Yeah. 201. Take a little bit. 200. Alright, so you guys can see. So 200 grams of veggies with 4 ounces of ground turkey. Pretty decent meal, pretty dense. When I eat these, definitely gonna feel it. Right, and I'll put the macros down there below for you guys to see. But pretty hefty meal, right? Pretty dense. Definitely good eats right here, man. Good eats for sure. Alright. Put that off to the side one more time. Zero it out. Get another 200 grams of veggies. Get rid of that one, even it out. Okay. Another one. Mix it up. Get those veggies nice and in that meat. Seasoning. Surely. Okay. Throw it out. And 201. 200. 200. So 4 meals usually last me 2 days, 2 meals a day, and then in the mornings I eat like some, nothing too crazy. Usually, like I said, I usually eat my protein shake. So 2 meals a day. It's pretty good for me with a snack. I'll show you guys my entire macro breakdown so I can hit everything in this bid. But let me get this last 200 veggies. Lunch it. 200. Alright. Simple as that, man. Got you 2 days worth of meals. Took literally 30 minutes, well, maybe an hour, right, with recording this video. So about an hour. You got the time, right? So stop bullshitting, stop BSing, right? And get it done, man. Get it done. Simple as that. So let me weigh out the rest of this. That's 3.1. And then this is gonna be almost another 200. So that's right at 205. 205. Cool. Bet, so I'm finna eat this. Actually, I'm gonna combine it because I think I got a meal from yesterday. So 205. Yep. So same thing. I made a couple days ago. Mixed veggies with the big. So this is 4 ounces with 115 grams. So 205 plus 115 is 320. And then 4 ounces and 3.1, 7.1 and 320. So I'll put that up here. 7.1, 320. This is what I'm eating for breakfast, 7.1, 320, plus the protein shake, right? 7.1, 320. It's a lot of food too. Plus the protein shake. Eat this up. And that's the vid, man. Like I said, very, very quick, very, very simple. That's my meal prep. Those are my macros for the day. So yeah, just make sure you guys go ahead and incorporate this as much as you can, right? Keep it simple, right? Get you some veggies that's already cooked, that's tasty. Get you some seasonings, super simple. Make the shit. Take the time out, do the work, man, because your results ain't come. But it's road to 100 pounds down. It's K-Mo's Fit. If you guys want, meal plans, if you guys want coaching, some accountability, some one-on-one, if you just want to share your story with me, go ahead and DM me on Instagram at K-Mo's Fit. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace.